Take a look at Streamer League schedule week 3. Had an exciting week 2 at the time of this recording. It is Friday evening, so there's a few games that have still not been played at the time of this recording, namely the Horde versus Diesel Dudes and GTS versus Diesel. All other matchups of this week have been completed, so I'm going to put the schedule down on paper right now for week 3 of the Rocket League Streamer League. Right into it, game 1 matchup is going to be Strive Esports versus the Horde. Now, Strive Esports is off to a rough start. They are 1-3, but Panda and Boogie are more than capable of taking down the Horde, in my opinion, who sit at 1-2. Now, the Horde did get a replacement in Tristan. He replaced Ecom of the Black Moon Horde, so it should be interesting to see how the Horde goes from here. Make sure you put your predictions for all of the matchups down below in the comments. Game 2 is between the Trolls and the Horde. Now, the Trolls are currently 0-3. They've yet to have a victory in the Streamer League. First week, Trolliver went with Recon as his teammate. Second week, he went with Hefner as his teammate. Hefner played really well. Unfortunately, they came up against a very tough team in the Suns in week 2. And were not able to take them down, and they had a bye week, so they are currently sitting at 0-3, but they're taking on the Horde, and once again should be a formidable opponent. Game 3 is the Plat Boys versus AFG. Both of these teams, in my opinion, not living up to expectations thus far. Plat Boys currently sitting in 8th at 1-3, and AFG sitting in dead last at 0-4. Should be a good matchup. These teams are better than their records show at the moment. Game 5 is between GTS and Bang Brigade. GTS is 1-1 right now with still one matchup left to play in week 2, and Bang Brigade is currently undefeated at 3-0 with a bye week in week 2. Bang Brigade looks to be a very good team and a very tough opponent. AFG took GTS to 5 games just last night, so this should be a tough matchup for GTS. Bang Brigade should take this one, but anything can happen in the Streamer League. Game 5 is the Plat Boys versus the Diesel Dudes. Another game here the Plat Boys need to win and should be able to win. We've only seen one matchup so far from the Diesel Dudes, which is Shink Diesel and Zapdos Gamer, so there's not a whole lot to know about this team thus far. I'll give this one to the Plat Boys. Game 6 is going to be Sergeant Clap's Game of the Week. This one is the one everyone will be looking forward to in week 3 of the Streamer League. It is the undefeated 4-0 Penguito versus the undefeated 3-0 Bang Brigade. This one will be the matchup of week 3 by far. Tough matchup. It could go either way. I'm looking forward to this one. I can't wait for this match. Game 7, the Trolls versus Diesel Dudes. Both these teams have yet to put a victory on the board, so if this matchup happens, which it should, and I hope that it does, one of these teams will get their first victory on the board if they don't get it earlier in the week. Trolls are 0-3, Diesel Dudes are 0-1. One of them is going to get a victory. Game 8, another very good matchup for Penguito. They got a tough week this week with Bang Brigade and now the Juggernauts. The Juggernauts lost a matchup this week against the Suns, but they're still sitting at 3-1, and they are still looking like a very good team in this league, and they're going up against, once again, the undefeated Penguito. This is my second most interesting match of the week, and I'm very much looking forward to this one as well. Game 9, the Suns versus Orthrus Esports. 2 3-1 teams, 2 very good teams. This one could go either way. I expect this to be a very good matchup. I'm very excited to watch this one as well. It will probably be a game 5, but you never know. This could be a sweep either direction as well. Very interesting matchup, and I think a very even matchup as well. Game 10, GTS versus the Suns. 2 very good teams here as well. Once again, this one could go either way. I will probably give this one to the Suns as Parker and JR learn together and play together. They're playing very well, and I think they're only going to get better as the league goes on, and it also depends on who Trell brings to the board. He's used 2 different teammates so far. He may continue that pattern in week 3. Game 11, the last matchup of the week, is between Strive Esports and AFG. Another team, Strive Esports, that I don't feel like is living up to expectations, just like AFG and Plat Boys. Strive Esports, Panda and Boogie are 1-3, going up against the 0-4 AFGs. So hopefully Good showings out of both of these teams and good games for both of these teams. Should be interesting matchups. And then, of course, process of elimination, your second game buys for this week are Orthrus Esports and the Juggernauts. Have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. You can hit me up on the Discord, on my Twitch, on my Twitter, or on this YouTube channel right here. I'm Sergeant Clapp. I hope you enjoy the Streamer League schedule for week 3. I know I will.